Okay, today is July
28th.
28th at approximately 4:10 p.m. We've had more police activity. This time they called um, telling the police, Arvada police, that they heard a screaming child screaming from help coming from our house. So we're going to document that video. Camera 2, police roll up past our house and park at our neighbor Sherry's house to the east of us, right in front of her house. They're probably sitting in there looking up notes or whatever they do before they enter into somebody's home or go contact somebody. Approximately 4:11 p.m. And it always seems to be happening around this time, about 4 to 6 o'clock. Anything past 4 o'clock, that's when they start calling the cops on us. They get out of the car. They start making their way to our neighbor's house. Walk past our driveway, scoping us out. There they go in front of our house, still scoping our house out, past my car, past my Lincoln. They stop in the corner right there for a minute. And they reach Gillespie's. He's having trouble opening the fence, kicks it open, walks into their front yard. What's that cop's name right there? The young guy?
I have their card there.
They knock on the door, approximately 4:12. They entered their home. About 4:12.
And this was right after I talked to the neighbor, another neighbor.
Alright, go ahead and stop it. I'm going to fast forward it.
Stop.
Alright, it's 4:22. So the police are in there about 10 minutes. And then they come out the door to investigate. Now keep in mind that fence right there, that man's that's about 10 feet from my bedroom window. Now he's about 4 feet from my bedroom window, maybe 3 feet from my bedroom window, looking into my backyard. Again,
He's saying they're not even.
obviously they don't see anything, but they take a hard look in my backyard again. They investigate for about 1 minute. And they go back in that house. They both enter the home at 4:23 p.m. approximately. Go and stop it. Approximately 4:26 p.m. they exit the Gillespie's residence. Open the gate. Take a look at our yard again. Walk down the driveway. Here they come back across the front of my lawn. Approximately 4:27. Looking at our house. Now they come down my driveway. enter my property.
How are you? I'm sorry to
Hello,
bother you.
officer.
I'm totally sorry to bother you. Okay?
Where are you guys from?
Arvada
Arvada
PD.
PD?
Yeah. Can I just ask you for some help and cooperation here?
Sure.
All right. So he thought maybe he heard a child screaming for help in the pool. We just want to be sure there's not a child drowning in the pool. That's
You've
all
been
we-
here, right?
Yep, last
Didn't you
week.
say last time you were gonna charge them for harassing us?
Yeah.
So
Well, we're gonna
game
contact
plan.
mental health and try to get to deal with them. Okay. But
Well, last time
but
this
there's-
is, you know.
everything's okay in the pool, right?
Oh yeah.
He's fine.
I love my children. I have 4. I'm raising my children. You know what I'm
No
saying?
one's trying to insinuate that.
Oh, of course
that you
they
were doing it
are.
to the
Of
children.
course
we
they
just wanted to
are.
make sure a child wasn't having a problem in the pool, because obviously we have an obligation.
Well, you know what? Last time you were here, you said if they were gonna call on a false report, that you would charge them for harassment.
That's correct. But right now what we're dealing with is some mental health issues.
But that's
Either
been
way,
going on for
why
3
should I have to
years
suffer?
already.
You know, why should I have to
We're gonna
suffer?
try to get mental
This
health
is a
involved.
quality of life issue. This is also a public nuisance issue. We're getting letters from this woman, then people over there, then people over there, this woman right here, Amanda over there, all stating that these people are a public nuisance. How can we live our life in peace when the police are walking by my house every day, looking in my backyard, you
You
know?
guys have better things to do,
Trust me,
seriously.
we have way better things to do.
Seriously,
So,
I'm fed
so
up.
what we're doing is we're going to contact Jefferson County Mental Health to basically try to alleviate the situation, because he needs to be placed or something like that to the point where he's not having these auditory hallucinations, because I can't prove what he actually hears. For all that we know, he's actually hearing.
But did you hear it?
Well, no, but I mean, like,
Did you hear it last time you were here?
No, again, but we weren't here when this happened.
When what happened? Nothing happened.
What did he hear?
he
or
says he
he
thought
says he
he
heard.
heard a child in the pool screaming for help. So you understand, even though
If
we- even
anybody's
though we-
a danger to children, is
Can
this
I-
man
can I
right
just- can I
here.
just finish talking, please? All right. Even though we believe this, probably he didn't hear that. You understand? If someone called and said they heard a child calling for
No,
help,
I
we
don't
have to
understand.
follow up on that, right?
No.
Because what if there was a child
That's
calling for
what he
help?
It's
said.
called
This is
crying
what-
wolf.
that's-
This has been happening for 2 years.
I know, but I hope you just understand we're kind of between a rock and a hard place too, all right? We don't want to be.
Yeah, but listen, you don't. This has something to do with my race. That the Arvada is not willing to help me. You know what I'm saying? What has it got to do with? Why can't we get peace? Why can't we get justice?
What about a harassment charge?
It's a false
charge him with
report.
a false report. It's what is it? The Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment?
Now,
We've been looking into that.
here's the problem, okay? I mean, he has to be a sane person and know that he's calling in a false report. If he, in his mind, is crazy.
Is his wife there?
Let me finish talking, all right? If in his mind he thinks he's crazy and he thinks he hears this and he picks up the phone and calls the police, I mean, just because it didn't happen, and we all know it didn't happen, the guy's not, obviously he's not all there.
So what's
okay?
your protocol
we're
when
gonna
you come
try to get
across
mental
this?
health involved, okay?
And what
How come it's
happens from
taking you
there?
so
We
long
have
to
just
do
try to get
this?
mental health involved, and hopefully we can get him placed in a facility.
How come you haven't done that 2 years ago? This has been going on for 2 years.
Problem.
Let me
Oh,
ask you
that.
something. How much does it cost every time the police, Arvada police, come out here?
I don't know. We're here to do a job. You know, we're just trying to do it.
Is his wife there?
His wife is there.
Did
yeah.
she hear it?
No, but she wasn't with him. He was walking down the street supposedly when it happened.
This is
And-
they're just
and-
using
and
you
it was-
guys. You guys are like their pawns. You are like their clowns.
And we're
They
not
just
the only
use you
kids.
to harass us, man. We ain't doing nothing wrong.
We're not saying that you are, and that's why we're going to contact Jefferson County Mental Health. Like you said, you guys have been dealing with this for 2 years. We're going to try to
I
find
just
some
got off
resolution
the.
to
I
this.
just Tim went camping, but I just got done talking to him, and he's like, he's just. as
This man said if that
frustrated.
man steps on my property, I'm gonna blow his head off.
He's tired
They're
of it
they're
because he
all
just
these
goes
people
up
been
to
dealing
him.
with this. This is a peaceful neighborhood.
You know
If
what
it
he
wasn't for
does?
them,
He goes into people's houses. That's why everybody's door is shut. Their front door. He'll walk in your house.
these kids won't
Just
even
walk
play
in your house.
outside no more.
And the kids, all the neighborhood kids used to play up and down with their bikes all the time. And now they stopped doing that because he'll ask them to go inside the house. And all the little kids are scared. So now they have to stay
He
inside
has
all
young
day long.
he has young men. There's young men going in and out that house all hours of the day
There's drug addicts,
and night.
vegans,
They have vagrants staying in their backyard
Backyard.
smoking drugs.
So like I said, we're going to try to find some resolution to this. We're taking a report
I'd
on it.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Contact Jefferson
Thank
County
you.
I
I'd
know
appreciate
you guys
it.
are just doing your job, but we're just.
But help
we have
us. I
to
mean,
live
there's
right
got to
next
be
to
a
it.
way, right? You know.
It's frustrating for us too. I just want you to know that.
We live right
Listen,
next
I respect
to 'em.
what you guys do. I really respect you guys.
Do you mind
You know
if
what
we
I'm
just
saying?
grab your names just so we can say that we talked to you guys?
Yeah.
There's no issues here. We can put that in our report.
No, I don't. I ain't giving you my name because you know what? You're gonna just try to run me and shit, and I ain't got. You know what I'm saying?
fine.
I didn't commit no crime.
Okay. Well, we just wanted to write
So then
we just
then-
My name is in your guys' system
just wanted to
100
document
So
times.
then the whole harassment, false report, we can't.
You
have
just
any
want to
of
run
that?
my name to try to hook me up. You know what I mean?
So then
Thank
the
you.
harassment charges or the false report, because it's a false report.
Ma'am,
Can we do
I
that?
just tried to explain that to you.
Listen, I need something. I need more than that now. You're gonna contact mental health. I need to follow up on this. How do I do that?
Well, you could call mental health yourself and try to follow up on it. But I mean, mental health is not going to tell you anything about him because of HIPAA.
I don't need to know nothing about him. I just need to know what the police department's doing about this.
Well, I mean, I could call you back.
Let
and
me tell you
what
something. Do
mental
you
health
know,
says
this
as
is just a little bit of information, okay? Do you know last year, more than half of the people that were convicted to prison were Latino?
well.
More than half.
What does that have to do with
It has a lot to do with it. You know why? Because every time I come in contact with law enforcement or anything, I feel like my freedom is at risk. Because this man's lying on me, telling I'm over here, you know, well, it is harassment. Even though you don't intend it, you guys come here every day, it is harassment. My kids are started like, oh my God, the police are here again, you know? My son's only 4 years old. You guys are at my house every day. You know, what does that build his mind? What does he think the police are? You know, what is he? Does that make him afraid of the police, or does that make him trust the police? When you guys are always coming to my house questioning me, and he's at such a young age. You know what I'm saying?
I understand your concern. Okay.
Can I have your card just for our record? Because we have court.
I don't want my son to be afraid of the police. You know what I'm saying? I want him to trust you
I have a
guys.
stack of your guys' cards, and I just want to show the judge this.
All right.